Where I want to start, though, is a man charged with vandalising a rainbow crossing on Auckland's infamous K Road, Karangahape Road, pleaded guilty this morning in court. He's been ordered to pay around $16,000 in reparations. Gosh, that's an expensive clean-up, isn't it, for paint? The pedestrian crossing was covered in white paint more than 2 weeks ago, just days after the rainbow crossing in Gisborne was vandalised. Ford O'Connor appeared in the Auckland District Court this morning and entered a guilty plea. Ford is married to Brian Tamaki's granddaughter and was a member of Destiny Church. The leader, Brian Tamaki, joins me now. Brian, kia ora, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Leah.
Brian, I've got to say, thank you for being, this is my very first show on the platform. Thank you for joining me.
It's okay.
Brian, look, first question I have to ask, why did Ford do it?
Well, that was pretty clear and made clear from the beginning. Basically, it arose out of drag queens storytelling in public libraries. And it started from Rotorua Council with libraries and then to Hastings, Gisborne, and of course the rest. So what we found was we really thought it was inappropriate for R18 drag queens to be exposed in that type of sexuality and innuendo through their clothing and whatever else they did there. They did quite a bit. And so that's where it started, and we hit a bit of a wall.
Brian, did you know that? Did you know Ford was going to do this? Did you know in advance?
Well, no, I didn't. No, only everybody else woke up, and I woke up to the AM news, and I thought, who's done that? And I did not know. And when I had a look at it again, I thought it looked fairly suspect to me, but I didn't know. No, I found out later.
And now that you know, Brian, I mean, I think you did you addressed the press this morning. Did you've endorsed it? You've stood by what Ford did?
Well, you know what? I didn't want him to do it because he's obviously the father of my great-grandchildren, and I was a bit concerned about, what some of the outcomes that they were, like hate crime. So, but I stood with him, and he told me the reason why he did it from out of Gisborne, watching that he's got 4 kids under 5, and he's concerned for their future because in schools they still have the RECs, they haven't removed that yet, the relationships and sexuality education.
Yeah.
And he just took it upon himself. He said, later, Dad, I want to protect my children, the innocence of my kids from this. And it's everywhere. And he said, I'm not even sure if I can send them to school. So there you go.
The community magistrate, Jan Holmes, said she gave credit to Ford for the early plea and his willingness to pay approximately $16,000 for cleaning the crossing. No further penalties were imposed, and Ford was discharged with conviction. Did you think the judge got it right? Are you happy with that?
Well, he did. It's vandalism, willful, or was it intentional? One of the two. I thought it was a bit harsh in comparison, but for the media attention to it and the public opinion, that was quite strong. We had to get to a point where I wanted him to get there. I encouraged him to get a lawyer, go there, and say, here I am. That took some time, 2 weeks, by the way, when they asked straight away. He did. He's got a clean record. But I thought it was a bit much to expect that amount of money, considering it only cost them $9,000
to put it down.
Do that one in K Road. And then $16,000. But I think they were going for more. To clean it, I know. Well, he's actually a painter by profession. He's got his own business. So he could have said, I should have put in a quote.
They've doubled the price of putting it down, $16 to clean it.
Yeah, well, that's right. And so, look, at the end of the day, we wanted to end the court. We wanted to end it today.
Right.
That's why he took that. But as soon as he got out of court, someone sent $5,000 and somebody else says, I want to contribute. So this is what the feeling is out there. People are putting money toward covering his fine and his legal costs.
Okay. Last week, Brian, I'm not sure if you saw this, but Auckland Pride called for a restorative justice approach to the offending, which you'll understand is focusing on repairing relationships between victims and offenders in the community. Is it something that you would look at? Well, I mean, would you or Ford meet with Auckland Pride?
No, there's no need for that because it was not based on any hate crime or anybody feeling ill towards